Hey there, team, and welcome to a free-for-all. A free-for-all on... let me just sort of adjust this mic here, lower that a bit. A free-for-all on... no, I remember this map. What is this called again? Shoot. I can't remember the name of this map. No, but anyway, I've seen a free-for-all in here before. What we got? This is a 4-man free-for-all by the looks of things. It's quite a big army you've got there, Thanatos. Yeah, no. All Rhûnic forces here. He's got his Dragon's Breath. A Gamp Rim line, it looks like. He'll probably be shuffling all of his troops over this end, it looks like. E-strong crossbows with 1 level of armor upgrade, I believe. Is this 1 or is... No, I think this is no armor upgrade. I think they get that helmet at 1 and then they get that golden look at 2, isn't that the case? Some immortals there, 3 immortals. Yeah, definitely, yeah, pretty solid as long as they don't get shot up in these open fields. Tribesmen there, no armor upgrades, and Silent Rim. I saw some Camel's Ride, well, Camel's Dragon Knights, of course. Some Narim over on the sides there. Some Shadow Guard as well, and more Shadow Guard. Okay, cool. Looks like this is going to be a roundabout setup for him. So yeah, he has gathered himself all up on this left side. This is always a tough deployment zone, because you have that, you know, I would always love to sort of deploy myself here, but oh, sorry, burping on mic during me. And if you could use this whole area, maybe, but trying to squeeze yourself into a formation when you run the risk of somebody deploying right here is it's just a bit too high. So I think he's probably taken a good, well, made a good move there. Only other option is maybe over here, but yeah. Either way, first adversary today for him is Muffins, playing as Rohan. Rohan's a decent shout for a free-for-all. I think usually you've got a lot of mobility, of course, with all the cavalry you can bring, and it does look like Muffins has taken an awful lot. Rhûnic skirms, 2 units of Rhûnic skirms. In front of them, horse archers and riders of the fold, so lots and lots of horse archers. Ered of Aldburg, and then Sons and Lords of the Mark. So yeah, just, well, I mean, a hell of a lot of cav, really, from him. Lots of very fast-moving cav with some heavy lancers to follow as well. Shield maidens of Rohan, 2 shield maidens, the Meadowseld Guard, a catapult as well, interesting, spearmen and spearmen. Maybe something's hidden as well, but probably not, to be honest. So very, very, with all that cav, he's going to be very, very light on the field. We'll see how this goes. Eastmark Spearmen, they do have their little javelins. Of course, he's given them an armor upgrade at least. But yeah, the catapult's the interesting shout, I feel. I mean, with that catapult, of course, it's going to force people to sort of spread out a little bit, which is going to make the cav a little bit more, you know, effective. But we'll see. This is a bit scary with Moto, and Creed, but okay. So we've got the Axe Guard of Armenelos there from Creed playing as Numenor. Double Axe Guard, Belgar Pikes, Steel Bowmen, and over here, the Sentinels and Belgar Footmen mixing up together for a very powerful phalanx with this Numenoran cohort, Shield Guard, and the Lords of Anadune. What is that? Anadune saying. I think Anadune is what I'm going to go for that. Either way, Moto here playing as Harad. He's got his Southron archers, behind them some Southron pikes, also Southron pikes. Serpent's bodyguards, as long as they avoid the lords. Oh, hey, Beastmasters, they'll be able to chase away those heavy melee cav forces. Southron warband behind them, and lots, goodness me, lots of dismounted Serpent Guard. Champions of Nafrat and Demons of the Desert with some Trollman of Rad. I'm surprised to see so many dismounted Serpent Guard on an open field fight, but I mean, yeah, I mean, up against most human factions, Dismounted Serpent Guard will usually do very, very well, but the Numenoran cohort are exceptionally skilled. Looks like Moto is happy enough to... No, he does definitely want to be pulling back. I thought he was maybe going to try and hang around for a little bit of a skirmish engagement here. The Shadow Bows shifting out. Shadow Bows, of course, a lot more armoured than your average Ranger. I think this is where the main action is going to be starting off at first. We need that cav to be over here. Beastmasters are coming in though, but I mean, we've got to save those Rangers. This is where we want those Steel Bowmen. Did we see any? Yeah, we definitely have Steel Bowmen somewhere, I thought. Yeah, steel bows there. They will absolutely rip apart those bodyguard. And then the rangers and shadow bows can tear apart the beastmasters. It's like a little exchange is going on right now. I mean, the lords, to be honest, the lords will rip them up in melee. It's just not a fun engagement. And camel riders, they don't have an anti-cavalry. They're not like wargs. They just scare. They just sort of scare horses a bit. But when you've got such an exceptional unit like the lords here, yeah, they're not going to get scared just because, you know, a weird-looking horse smells funny. Over here, Southron Pikes pushing forward. Southron Warband, huge amounts of AP. It's going to be tough for Numenor to really get through, but, I mean, Numenor isn't just relying on that AP. They've got the Belagar for some numbers, and they've also got that just exceptional Numenorian skill. I love that sort of sunrise off in the distance there. That's maybe the shot I'll go for. We'll see later. Yeah, no, just glancing over that mini-map there. No, Thanatos. I mean, if I was Thanatos, I'd be moving up fast now. I'd be really wanting to get forward, get involved. But, I mean, moving forward carefully, you don't really want Rohan to be, you know, mixing it up with you or jumping at you while you're on the move. Dismounted Serpent Guard, no armor upgrade for the Dismounted Serpent Guard today. Interesting. Did they, when they get that armor upgrade, did they lose those, like, shoulder spikes? I always see them armor upgraded because they're usually, you know, it's usually, let's say, a defensive action that you see them. I never really recognise those shoulder spikes. And mouse. Is it full and all? Oh, good. Or mouse wire, I should say. Either way, that's a surprise. They're actually victories, a distinct possibility. Surely that's going to change. That's a real surprise. Up against the Sentinels? You know, we need maybe some more troops up here. Okay, let me slow down slightly for a second, because this is actually developing a lot faster than I expected it to. The Numenorian lines are struggling far more than I thought. Over on this left flank, the Trollmen, alongside all of this AP from the Southrons, really blitzing through that. The Axe Guard coming forward here. Not really who the Axe Guard want to fight, but we need something in there. Yeah, okay, the centre line with the Sentinels is holding out okay. How's the left flank going? Yeah, very, very good. How's the far left flank going? Not so great. Oh wait, no. It's very, very good for Numenor even, sorry. I saw these steel bows pulling back, but no. Okay, cool. So it is just sort of the left flank that Harad seems to be barreling through. Looks like Rohan is sorting himself out to go for an attack on Rhûn, which that's kind of what you'd expect to see here. It looks like this is going to develop into sort of two separate 1v1s. 21,000 frames though, I'm expecting a lot of politics to be coming into play later on during this. I really do wish, that's the one thing that I wish was saved in battles, is the chat log. Especially when it comes to free-for-alls, it's so important to kind of see the diplomacy that's going at, you know, that everybody's getting involved in here. Red Shield's holding their fire, so are the Riders of the Fold right now. Oh! No, I heard a shot. But I think it was a cancelled shot or something. Either way, Narem opening up. Red Shields, nicely armoured, shielded. They can tank a lot of damage. That's one of the things that makes them really, really powerful. Very, very inaccurate shooting going on from the Dragon's Breath cannon over there. But still, you don't want to get them shot at, but that's kind of, you know, that's their strength. Rhûnic skirms coming forward here. Oh, not really spotting those Shadow Guard. Looked like they were trying to go in for the Narem, but they've spotted them. Ah, good catch from Muffins. Muffins is quite a skilled player, of course, and he is very good with his cavalry. This is far more cavalry than I could comfortably handle, that's for sure. Not really any clear targets for his Lords of the Mark. We don't really want to get those guys just shot up like crazy right now. Rhûnic skirms here getting caught by the Shadow Guard. Okay, cool. I mean, Muffin's got he's got Cav to lose. He's got Cav to lose. So, you know, it's not the end of the world, but we do want to make sure they're being used somewhat effectively. Over here, Pikes enjoying that fight with the Trollmen in there. That's kind of surprising, but that might change in time. How's the rest of the field going? I mean, these two armies have kind of not deleted each other, far from that. Oh, good little charge there in the backs of these Hishari. We didn't spot those little assassins earlier. Lords, well, the Axe Guard of our Menelaus are actually doing really, really well. I've not really used them too much, of course, so I can't really speak too much to their stats, but they seem to be holding their own very, very well. And they're up against the Dismounted Serpent Guard, who are, of course, one of the more armoured units that Harad can really bring to bear. Shadow bows there look like they sort of fended off that charge from Beastmasters quite well, but if we get some cycle charging in, they will falter to that. I mean, if I was a betting man right now, I would say that Numenor is going to come out on top here, but both sides have really bloodied themselves, well, bloodied each other up in this fight. Dwarven Catapult opening up. What are you thinking? Might just be on fire at will. Yeah, oh dear, don't be on fire at will, please. We cannot be wasting those barrels. What the heck is that? Ooh, surely you didn't hit your own catapult with that. Kind of looks like that's what happened. Yeah, I think they're on fire at will, unfortunately. Dude, Muffins! Now, of course, Muffins is microing the heck out of his cavalry over here, so he's not really noticing what's going on with that. Good move here. We missed this, unfortunately, but you can see a great little series of charges ripping through the battlefield tribesmen, dropping a few of the cav, of course, as they've done, but still very, very nice. Giving Thanos a lot of trouble here. He does have a good army to sort of counter this, but as I say, a skilled sort of cavalry commander is going to be able to do some work for me no matter what. Over here, Lords of the Mark. Ooh, came in for another quick charge up against the Shadow Guard. Shadow Guard do have sort of that anti-cavalry bonus, but when you're as powerful as Lords of the Mark, you can kind of risk it a little bit as long as you're in and out quick as you like. And it does look like Muffin's just... I mean, he's happy enough just sort of working his way through this. Those Dragon Knights could go toe-to-toe with a few of the Rohirrim for a while, especially if they pick their targets well. But that's just basically losing your one cavalry unit to sort of kill off a few of the enemy cavaliers. You know, they're not even going to be able to sort of wipe a full unit unless they get some good 1v1 going on. Over here, I'm really impressed with these Belagar pikes. I love Belagar pikes. I will always use them, whether I'm playing as Harad or... not Harad, sorry. Umbar or Numenor. They're one of my sort of favourite little units, but they've done very, very well over there. Steel bows, just about as good as any Numenorean cohort in melee. Getting involved there. Champions and Afrat taking a good steel bow volley right to the face. Looks like Creed wants to keep using that ammunition. Looks like he's trying to pull them away, but they're just going to get chased off by the champions unless there's something else to catch them. This little far right flank, we can zoom into the minimap if you want, but it doesn't really tell us anything. But you can see over here on this far right flank, Harad is continuing to control the flow of the battle, but Sentinels are coming on over. We've still got Cav active from Creed. South-thrown archers opening fire into them, but they're going to shrug off so much of that damage. With the armor value they've got, that shield value, they must be... well, they're definitely 2 hit points, but I'm wondering maybe it could even be 3. Numenor is crazy like that. So again, this is the point where Numenor World, but Creed and Moto need to start looking at what they've got. They need to start looking at what they've got and what the enemy have, and start saying, right, dude, we've given a good fight. We've scrapped out very, very well, but maybe it's time to pull back and time to stop this. Over here, Rise of the Fold broken. That's a... well, I mean, they've used up their ammunition from Muffins, but still, always sucks to see your guys, sort of, especially a cav unit like that. Instead of fighting to the death, they could maybe run away a little bit and then probably return. So that's an unfortunate loss from Muffins. Could use those guys later on, maybe. Over here, these spread out units of Gamp Brim. We've got the catapult opening up again, just sat on fire at will. Such a shame. I mean, unless this is his target, but I'd be very surprised if that's what Muffins is using his catapult for. Of course, he wants to keep his catapult back. He doesn't really want his catapult to be shown to the Dragon Breath cannon, which should be able to sort of duel it quite comfortably. Over here, we do have the Dragon Knights got sent on in. 27 of them left, up against the Red Mark Skirms, who do have an anti-cavalry bonus and an AP bonus as well, because they're coming in with those heavy axes. So it's a very nice counter up against something like the Dragon Knights. Of course, the Dragon Knights win in an extended fight, but that's big you know, big loss in terms of sort of money fighting like that. Immortals coming in sort of back them up. That's great to see. And again, Muffins has got a lot to control. Keep in mind, we're going along at this 0.8 speed, so we're seeing things a lot slower than what's happening for the players. They're having to sort of make these just a lot faster than what we're sort of spotting any little mistakes and so on. Horse archers, but it may have even been a mistake. I think he was maybe just keeping those skirms in the fight so that he could have pulled off this little charge. It was quite... Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, pretty good. Pretty good. Down to 40, down to 39. 30, oh, goodness, 37 from about 65 or something before that charge hit. And keep in mind, these are the Eastmark horse archers. These are the cheap horse archers from Rohan. So anything can pull off a devastating charge as long as you sort of time it right. Those poor Dragon Knights down to 8. So you can see just the power of Rohirric Cav. It's, or Rohirric? Could you say Rohirric? Is that a term? I don't know. Either way, please tell me where... hopefully that's holding fire now and not out of ammunition. Because we do kind of need that. Of course, we've got some of the cav that's being held back, some of those heavy knights, the air red. But I'm sure that Muffins is really going to rely on that catapult to be a big damage dealer. And to sort of force the enemy to approach him. And approach his infantry rather than just sort of sitting at range with anything they might have left. Now, Thanatos has been using up a lot of his arrows to sort of counter the enemy cavalry. You're seeing a lot of this ammunition not really being too effective. Good little charge in there. Right into the Immortals again. It's taking a bit of a beating, but the Gamp Brim trying to sort that out, trying to answer to that. Oh dear! Oh, that's a shame. Oh, run, guys. Do not. Good. Get out of there. And good catch from the Dragon Knights. Really good move there from Thanatos. Oh, they decided to just say hello. What is up with Muffin's guys? They're all wanting to just fight to the death here. Now, of course, it sounds great. You know, it's like, it sounds amazing when your men are fighting to the death, but their stats are heavily reduced when they're fighting to the death like this. It's not really what you want to see. So either way though, Muffins has definitely made Thanatos bleed a little bit. And he's definitely made him bleed a lot of ammunition. But I think generally... How are we doing? Still our crossbows out. I think Thanatos can be pretty happy with how that's gone down. Especially that last little catch. Those horse archers gone, those Lords of the Mark gone. Yeah, and he's still got his knights. I think Thanatos can be pretty comfortable with that. But Muffins doesn't have anything more to challenge him here. It was a good little scrap, but now the boys really need to think about things because we're seeing Thanatos has got quite a lot of the balance of power. We need to start working between ourselves now. We need to make sure that we're not really fighting over here. We're still scrapping it out. I understand the desire. Oh.
Now his men
Okay, I'm guessing that was the little charge over here to the poor, Black Serpent General of Harad. What I would probably do now if I was Rohan, if I was Muffins, I'd probably speak to Creed and be like, look, I'll come over there, I'll help you finish off Harad, nice and efficiently with my cav, and then together we face down Rhûn. That's the best course of action here. Or, well, the best course of action is actually to say, hey guys, stop fighting. Come alongside me, form up next to my catapult, and let's get ready to face Rhûn. But not too easy to communicate that, especially when two players have really been bleeding each other for quite a while now. You know, Moto, he's charged valiantly in here. He's given a damn good fight, but he doesn't really want to just sort of limp away with whatever he's got left. Or he's probably going to be fighting to the end here. As much as he maybe shouldn't. As much as... now, what are you going to do, Rohan? Rohan, oh, careful here. Do not do this, my dude. Oh, no. He's coming in to sort of slam Creed. Fair enough. Like, I understand it. There was a nice little charge in there, but we can't be risking this. We've got to be preparing for Rhûn here. You've done a lot of good damage to him, and you still do. The Suns... The Rohan Knights are still active, and the two units of Air Red, those two proper heavy Lancers, are still kicking about without as many tools to actually counter them. You're seeing even these amazing Numenorian troops are getting sort of barreled over by the Aerid. And that's 3 units of Aerid as well, goodness sake. So the lords are active there. They'll slice and dice quite a few of these guys, but and you're seeing there's absolutely no mercy from Muffins. He is just taking the kills right now. He is more than happy just to wipe the field. And that's Harad gone then. Okay, so that's all of Harad gone. So there's no more. I mean, at this point, Thanatos, I mean, he's advancing forward. Yeah, like what do we expect him to do here? You know, we can't. You know, he's taking the fights and he's moving in. So I think he's being sort of fair enough. So we'll see how he wants to sort of approach this. Now, I don't know how much ammunition from that catapult has been used. They've shifted it around, so I'm pretty sure it does have something left, but it wouldn't surprise me if like half that ammo's been used already. By the way, Pride of the Fold, do you have your bows? No, you got your little axes out, unfortunately. Red shields, of course, they're out of ammunition too. We don't have any more. Well, we don't have any bows from the Rohirrim. Shield Maidens, of course, throwing their axes, but they're going to get outranged by sort of most of Thanatos' surviving archers. The Narem are still alive. The Dragon's Breath cannon, of course. More Narem and those fearsome crossbows. It's yeah. I like that he is leaving behind some Shadow Guard. I mean, you run the risk here of like what happens, you know, what if there's still some Rohirrim hiding in these trees? That's always the fear. You know, if during the chaos of the fight, what if he hid away a unit of knights I didn't spot or something, and they're just tucked in there waiting for me to turn my back to them? That is, we've seen a lot of free-for-alls, one due to those sort of sneaky actions. Right, what do we... Is he just continuing to sort of wipe out? Okay, no, we're leaving that. Well, I mean, the Sentinels, you don't want to charge Sentinels anyway, and this is a good move from Creed. Just hiding amongst the stakes. Yeah, I mean, sure, they're pikemen at the end of the day, but when you've got such a small unit of pikes, if you get slammed from the side or the back, you're gone before you can do the counter attack. As brutal as the counter attack can be, you know, you're finished already. And I think that's really all that Numenor's got left, isn't it? Deary me, yeah. So no, I really think that's all that Numenor has left. So again, it's now just kind of the Rohirrim infantry line versus the Rhûnic forces. Now these are 203 javelin men. It's not a very high damage javelin, but it still is, you know, that's still armor piercing. It still is an armor piercing strike, and it's still 200 of them. We saw some fire coming in from the Dragon's Breath. Nasty strike there, really nasty. Okay, well, I mean, they've still got all the javelins from those guys. Ouch. But yeah, Muffins maybe needs to spread these guys out into a different formation, because right now that is just a juicy square to strike. And that catapult is probably in range too now. Where's that second strike coming in? No? Maybe going for the catapult? No, I don't quite know. We saw the shot, but didn't see it go off. Now we do have the Cav being active over here. The Lords are still running around freely, but again, well, Muffins shouldn't be engaging them. That would be but at the same time, if he's made an enemy from the Numenorians, or an enemy of the Numenorians, you know, he needs to maybe deal with it. So Thanatos is gonna have to watch his back. That catapult is opening up. What's it gonna go for? It looks like it's probably going for the Dragon's Breath. Little burn into the Gamp Rim. Okay, it's a shame, but I'm sure Thanatos is all right with it. Dragon's Breath is still firing away. It unleashed a few shots against the cavalry forces, but I suspect it's probably got most of its ammo left. Camel's chosen over there. That would be a tough loss for sure. I mean, the Medicel Guard are alive. They can definitely go toe to toe with most of these forces pretty comfortably, of course. Even the Shield Maiden's certainly not bad in melee. I I tend to always, well, I tend to only ever use Rohan in sieges. I tend not to use Rohan in field battles or free-for-alls, so it's hard to say. But normally in a siege, I'll usually grab the armor upgrade for them. Little burn there. Again, it's just the Eastmark spears taking this. It's a damn shame, but it's the lower tier militia unit of Rohan. A lot of those shield maidens taking that second hit though. Quite a few of them have gone down by the looks of things. We can see from the minimap there's a little strike. Looks like the Dragon Knights bended it off, or the Shadow Guard popped out from being hidden. By the way, the Air Red bolted out of there, or too much damage was done. Those 8 Dragon Knights, I mean, the Air Red would beat them, but it's not an exchange that Muffins would want to have, for sure. Let's zoom in just a little bit now. The fighting is getting a bit close and focused on this area, and I don't really want to miss any cavalry movements, because this could definitely be changed dramatically by a little cavalry charge. Riders coming straight into the Scions, 147 off them before. Now these are spears, but spread out like that, and oh wow, looks like the riders are barreling right on through. Riders alongside some skirmishers, seeing those two-handed axemen. Let's sort of slow down for a slight second, because Muffins, that was a bold move from Muffins. I don't know how I feel about that. It feels too aggressive for me. Air Red coming in here, starting to lose some numbers, but you see Muffins has definitely sort of realised that the enemy's archer power. Oh, damn! Right into those assassins as well. Some good moves from Muffins again. Again, this is just showing micro capabilities that I do not have. Really, 2 units of cavalry, well, 3 maybe at a push. 3 units of cav is really my maximum. Little countercharge from Thanatos into the main lines of Rohirric forces. But this is sort of exactly what Muffins wants, starting to sort of expose the backs of these troops for rear charges, and yeah, sort of dealing with them quite nicely there. But that is just sort of the first wave of these golden forces. Rohan's got a lot more of that to give, or Rhûn's got a lot more of that to give. A little bit of a less successful strike there. We've got the catapult and its crew moving forward now, just down to 1 piece. It looks like one of the artillery pieces was destroyed by the Dragon's Breath. It looks quite odd to have 103 of your dwarves pushing that forward there. But hopefully that'll get some good strikes as the fight goes on. Those Scions chasing away these guys, but again, Thanatos looks like Thanatos is probably focusing on here, there, and everywhere, so these guys have been extended a little bit too deep. Once they get into that next part of the fight, they're going to be getting rear charge for sure. Oh no, the Immortals have got their backs. But, oh, Camel's Chosen taking a nasty charge there. 83 before contact. Oh wow, not a single man down. That's a big surprise. Must be a little bit of hit point damage, but no, I would really expect a few guys to go down. Maybe that charge wasn't successful. They maybe didn't get their lances down in time or something silly like that. Over here though, these Immortals are not going to be so lucky. 158 off them. Receiving a nasty charge there, but okay, no, that was pretty brutal. Yeah, down to 120, 116, dearie me. Good little charge there from the Rohirric boys. Suns are in action there. These knights, very, very important, especially for the later stage of this game. Narem there. Again, Muffins has found another mark here, another unexposed unit coming in with that charge. They might not have an exceptional charge bonus, but they're still on a horse. It still is very nasty to receive a charge from that. The Narem coming in to try and sort them out. Immortals here taking a charge. Goodness sake. I mean, this is just... Lucky for Thanatos, he's kind of got a more narrow field up here, but it still is tough to keep track of all this, especially when you're being attacked from the back so frequently. And Numenor's getting involved here. It's takes a lot for Creed to sort of put aside the cruel charges from Rohan and focus on what needs to be done here. But really sort of trying to wipe out Rhun is the only chance he's still got a victory here. So it is good that he's been able to do that. So if I was him, yeah, just take very safe charges. Don't risk your guys at all. just take the safest charges that are on offer to you. Those shield maidens getting pushed back. Let's zoom in just a little bit more so we get a better idea of what's going on. You can see the main Rhûnic front line is holding very, very well. Of course, Medicel Guard slamming themselves right into the middle there. Having defeat is sort of certain right now, but that's probably just because of the Camp Rim. Oh, also because of little throwing knives at the back and everything like that. But it's not really about a frontline fight for him. It's about all these troops that are sort of dotted here, there, and everywhere, receiving cavalry charges and sort of getting, you know, flanked and surprised and so on. That's the messy part of this fight for him. Those shield maidens still have throwing axes to give. We definitely need to make sure they get that ammunition used up. Of course, Muffin's wanting to make sure he's picking the right targets, but not going to be too much. Yeah, that was held. Say they wanted to go for the RM, but the ammunition was held. Looks like the Guildsman was probably the chosen target for that, but went just over their heads into the Camp Rim line. Yeah, it would have been really tasty just to barrel a fireball right through that sort of big block there. Absolutely fantastic for Rohan. Over here, Immortals sort of still chasing away those air red, but now without any sort of cover, it's going to be very messy. If Muffins can catch this, if he can get a little bit further away and come in for a counter charge, but I think, yeah, Muffins hasn't spotted this. He's focused on something else, and Thanatos has rolled the dice and gone for that charge, and it's worked out for him. So that's a good move from him. Okay, the air red have spotted it now, and they're trying to pull away, but good bit of damage, and nice from Thanatos, of course. Anything? We're seeing the Lords over here still being very, very careful. We do need, as much as we need to be careful with our boys, we do need to be active in this. Rohan needs our help if they're going to have a chance of coming out on top here. No, I'm not saying that 8 Lords are going to be the deciding factor, but just trying to sort of stay active. Good catch there, good break from this NRM force. I know they're probably out of ammunition and everything like that, but just deleting a unit, that's really what we want to see. Little shot going well again. The Guildsman sort of cheating death there. Some shield maidens valiantly trying to hold back all of these assassins and immortals. It's a tough fight for them. I say I do like their melee capabilities, but they're not dedicated fighters by any stretch. Immortals here. I see what I'd be tempted to do is maybe just give a quick charge with Eastmark spears into these immortals, try and get a quick rear charge into them. Problem with immortals is they are locked morale. You're not going to break them, but you're going to deal with a hell of a lot of them. A little counter charge there. 101 of them down to wow. Okay, no, that was a lot more brutal than, yeah, I didn't look over here. Down to 57 of them. Which, yeah, again, but we need those air red back. Being locked morale is really quite useful for those immortals. When they're getting sort of cav charged or anything, they're not getting broken. Medicel Guard showing their resilience. Very well armoured for a Rohirric unit. Not really going to be having too many kills, I'm sure, but just having something right in the middle of the Rhûnic lines has just been such a pain for Thanatos. Not really allowed him to sort of move forward in any sort of organised fashion. And those Medicel Guards, sacrifice off them has allowed for so many of these little cav charges to succeed. Only 4 Lords left now, so they have either been taking a bit of range damage or been going in for a risky charge or two. So at this point, yeah, I definitely would understand if he does just keep them back. Because at the end of the day, if he does want to have any chance of winning, he's going to have to be able to deal with whatever Rohirrim forces are remaining. Are those Sentinels still around? I'm wondering. I mean, at this point, you need to... Yeah, okay, they are moving forward. There's 31 of them. They're running. I get it, but I'd probably just walk. You're not going to get into the fight in time, even if you did run. And at least if you walk, you're keeping your guys. You've got some good energy with them. Oh no, the sun's... Okay, good catch there from Muffins. He had them sort of probably running over this direction, but he did sort of catch that before they slammed themselves into the Camp Rim. Thanatos, if we go into the minimap now, you can probably see, yeah, he's reformed. He's no longer got really a proper front line. He's now just sort of boxing up against the water here, providing sort of that natural fortification. But Muffins does have those javelins. These guys are going to be benefiting from a little shield value, which is quite useful. But even if you came all the way around here, you're still just hitting the left side. Alright, oh, they've sort of turned around there. That's quite nice. So yeah, not really, I mean, it's only really a 3 shield value or something like that. It's very low, but it's beneficial, especially for a pikeman. Medicine guard pulled back. Oh my goodness me, they've still got ammunition. Haha, very good, okay. That's going to be messy, so of course, the balance of power is quite nicely in favour of Rhûn here, but Rohan's got ammo, which is a bit of a surprise. Camels chosen are there. If we can weaken down, well, if Rohan can weaken down the Gamprim lines, Shield Maidens thrown in, that's a beefy unit of Shield Maidens. Over here, what is this? A few of those remaining immortals dealt with. Okay. Suns coming in, managing to sort of get through to those crossbows. Dear me, ouch. Yeah, Thanatos has sort of got a few of these holes developing for the Cav. Those Suns need to get out of there. Oh, that was bold. No, good. It's nice that he pulled back from that. The Assassins receiving a charge there from Muffins. Goodness sake. Little gorilla striking Rohirric from the trees. Let's see, this is just really, really impressive moves here from Muffins. I mean, Thanatos is doing his absolute best. Like, he's countering this quite nicely whenever he can see it. But this is just showing the skill and talent of Muffins. And because most players, say me especially, would not be able to pull anything like this off with our cavalry. So, Medicine Guard moving forward there, maybe out of ammo, but such a reduced unit size, they might have some stuff left. Dwarven Catapult's still active as well. Okay, those Sentinels, maybe it was a good idea to run them. I thought this was going to be over by the time they arrived, so... but as long as they come on forward here and they don't... Oh, sorry, the Shadow Guard are actually involved here. But a quick little rear charge there, and keep in mind, these are... The Dwarven Catapult crew is quite effective. You know, they are... I totally forgot that they'll be getting thrown into melee after this, so that's going to be something quite impressive too. Or pretty tough. Rhûn doesn't have... they've got a lot of choices when it comes to armor piercing, but there's not really much in the way of the flag rim or anything like that. Oh, interesting. These Eastmark spears are going to be breaking pretty quickly once this clash actually begins, but they do outnumber those Gamprim a little bit, so it could be something. Shield Maidens, as impressive as they are, they're not going to really stand a one-to-one fight up against these Gamprim sort of facing them down, especially not with another more fresh unit of Gamprim coming in. They'll just try and hold them back as long as they can. Eastmark spears sort of letting them... They're in Skiltrum! Fantastic, okay. They're in sort of Skiltrum there, getting surrounded by these pikemen. That's pretty cool, but as long as... hopefully they don't break. If they break, that'll be a bit of a shame, but if they fight to the end, they'll inflict a few casualties. Certainly won't be fighting to the very end, but they had victory as certain for a little minute, and you saw that. Yeah, victory is a distinct possibility. I wonder if that's just the Skiltrum giving them that little advantage over the pipelines. Camels chosen there, Medicilled Guard getting involved. Oh wow, good little catch again. Nice beefy unit of Air Red. Scion Rim trying to chase them down. Goodness sake. Every time you think Muffins is out of Cav, there's still just, you know, a unit. And the problem as well, like, all Muffins has to do is run back into these trees, run back to something like that, have them sit down for a minute, and they disappear from the minimap. And with so much going on for Thanatos, it's tough to remember exactly where these units are, or what's hiding away in the forest, or so on. So losing track of these things is pretty natural. A little break there, down to 25. They did pretty damn well. Keep in mind, these are the cheap, like very, very cheap. They may have received a little armor upgrade, of course, but they're still the lowest tier of Rohirric militia. Shield Maidens there breaking as well, fighting to the death. That's not a bad fighting to the death, I guess, because you know, they're not really going to be getting out there or returning to the fight anyway, so they might have a very, very reduced amount of damage when they strike, but at least there's something. Quick little charge there into the Guildsman. So what even does Thanatos have left? I mean, there's still these airmen over there. The Scion Rim, Gamp Rim, Camels chosen, dear me. Those Sentinels are coming forward. Where are they? They're walking now. Yeah, good. They're still fresh, goodness sake, okay. Shadow Guard locked morale. And that's AP, those AP strikes from the Shadow Guard. So they're going to be sticking around for a bit. You can see the Suns are trying to just deal with them as quickly as they can. They want this catapult to make sure it gets its ammunition used up. Only one remaining. This dwarf should be able to bring him down. If not, then a quick little lance to the back will sort it. Okay, cool. Yeah, again, Creed showing some, you know, a lot of strength in this. A lot of emotional strength in this. Not to just try and punish Rohan for the strikes against him earlier. To stick with this, I mean, I guess it does. It sings true to the Numenorian spirit. Sort of just doing what needs to be done for victory here. If it does mean working with your old adversaries, then so be it. One or two catapult strikes now could really change this up, especially if it goes into something like the Camel's Chosen. Still, those 4 lords, okay, avoiding the air raid. Good catch there from Creed. I know he's only got 2 units, but still, he can always make mistakes. A little charge here into the sides of those Camels Chosen. Yeah, it's starting to take losses now. Down to 70 from that charge. I think it was about it was only really about sort of 78 or 75 before the charge, but yeah, still. Good to see a few of them getting brought down, because that's, even with the likes of those dwarves, that's going to be very difficult to deal with. Dragon's Breath crew are 14. There's still 14 of them left. But, I mean, using that while you're getting pestered by so much is going to be tough. Another little charge there into the Camel's Chosen. Doesn't look like it was as effective this time. 69, yeah, no, they only really suffered 1 casualty from that. Need to get the heck out of there. And yeah, I think those... Oh, there, maybe they got broken. I think whatever remaining cav he's got left now... Yeah, quite a little charge there into the back. Those Suns, but they think they're getting caught now too. Whatever cavalry muffins might have left needs to sort of just get pulled back now.
Brave warriors have killed our foe's general.
Yeah, they've got grabbed the lords, tried to come in either to slice the throat of that general at the end, or to try and save him. You can sort of decide for yourself what that action was all about. Ooh. Yeah, okay, just get back. You've done enough for now. We're gonna have a little stare down for a minute. That Dwarven catapult is set up again. I mean, I think at this point, for Rohan and Numenor, it's just kind of a case of trying to use up whatever ammunition we've got for that catapult. What are you doing, Muffins? Muffins, no! Come on, there's still a chance here. Oh wait, what are you doing? Oh right, okay, no, that's fine. I thought he was turning to strike the sentinels. I think, is he just trying to climb up here? I don't know if I would do that. I think I would just unload on him from where I am, because they can approach quite quickly. And if you've got more than 1 shot left, yeah, you just kind of want to get it used. I'd probably... Oh yeah, we'll go to 1 times speed, sorry about this. I mean, I think at this point, yeah, just try and drop shots into them. If you kill a few more of the Chosen... those lords are just looking for any opportunity, anything to charge. They've got this one guildsman. I think he's probably their target. He may have a little spear, but he shouldn't have any sort of anti-cavalry abilities. Start getting skewered by the banner of Rhûn would be a nice sort of thematic way to go down, I guess. Yeah, the Camel's Chosen just start charging the catapult down. It's going to get a shot off, I think, and at this range, oh, I mean, there's a few Chosen down, yeah, probably not gonna change the game too much, but a few of them dropped is always a good thing to see. Gamprim coming over. Do we have another shot? That was it. Okay, I think Muffins, well, either he knew he wasn't going to get another shot off, or he has just, you know, he knew that they were gonna, or they were out of ammo, sorry. Brain broke for a second. So it looks like Muffins wants to get over here, get alongside his Medicelled guard, those 2 survivors, sort of anchoring themselves up against this rock and right up against the water behind them, that little lake. It is a lake, it's not a river. Oh, little, tried to get a little rear charge there from Creed, but no, he went down. Yeah, no, just back up against that lake. And just ready for the fighter. I quite like this, because having that rock formation between them means they're sort of fighting back to back, but there's no way that they're going to be friendly firing each other or sort of doing damage sort of in melee like that. Those 31 Sentinels, I mean, if they go toe-to-toe with those 49 Gap Rim, yeah, they've got this. Pikes versus halberds, generally pikes are going to come out on top, just because you've got that extra range. But it's more the quality disparity between the Sentinels and the Gap Rim. Oh, quick little counter charge there, not really wanting that one guildsman to just sit and stare them down. Coming in for the charge. The problem is Muffins is sort of giving himself the low ground here in this fight. Looks like he's trying to go for something. Interesting. What are you doing, Muffins? Oh, that one guildsman is still alive. No, okay, yeah, he's worked out. Whatever he's going for, he realised he can't get it. I wonder what he's up to. I think he was maybe just trying to just drag them out of the fight they wanted to have or something. Oh no, that's such a shame. I was hoping those... oh, and that's the 2 Midicil Guard they were brought down. They must have been very badly damaged. It's a net defeat from Muffins. And yeah, these Sentinels... If those Sentinels, yeah, I mean, brought down already, you can see how quickly those Sentinels were killing them off. That's an net defeat. Was that... might have been a net defeat from Harad, even, actually. Because those Numenorians are still fighting. Which absolutely, yeah, fair play. Don't admit defeat until the end. You know, you've still got a bit of fight in this. You see just how quickly those Gamprim are going down. Those Sentinels sort of just fighting in the shallows there, making sure they can't get flanked around by the Runic forces. Yeah, no, that's an admit defeat there. So yeah, good stuff. I mean, that was still damn close, I felt. All it would have taken, all it would have taken is just a little less damage done to Creed from Muffins. I think had Muffins just let the fight between Moto and Creed play out, and just Creed wouldn't have much left. He you know, but just having a few more infantry units for that ending little scrap would have, or just to come in and help distract, so that the Cav could do a bit more work, would have been. Would have definitely sealed the deal. Dragon's Breath Cannon did a lot of damage, but keep in mind that's a lot of militia dropped. Not to take that down, but yeah, keep in mind. Those poor tribesmen must have gone gad as well with arrows too. So nice. Either way, yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah, it was pretty chaotic. I really like this map for free for alls. I think it lends itself really well to that. Because you do have, we didn't see it there, you don't often see it, but you've got a little mountain pass area on the side, you've got this sort of like big choke point area, and you've got some flat ground going around, and then some trees and so on, which Muffins was able to use really well during the fight. So no, that was pretty cool, especially yeah, a little 4-man free-for-all was pretty damn dramatic. I say I would love to have seen what was going on in the chat during the fight, what were people discussing throughout and everything like that. But no, cool. That was all, guys, and I will see you later.